Hi there, Kimberly here at Gypsy Soul Hippie Heart Oracle. We're going to do a reading today. We're going to check in with the energies that are out there and see what they have to tell us. I also want to tell you that I don't read cards as in from the book. I don't memorize all of them. I have 90 decks or so, and so I just go intuitively. If I do get pulled to look at a description from the book, I will. But if I do tarot and that, I read them as oracle. I also don't I don't memorize the tarot. I wish I could, but my brain doesn't hold memory. It doesn't hold information like that. So, first card here that's coming out is Mindful Wisdom. Create inner harmony. Okay. So the energy right now that's out there that our guides want us to know is it's time to seek the wisdom of the internal self, to ask questions to those hard, ask the answer to those hard questions that come from within inside ourselves. Is it our mind or is it intuition that's telling us something? To look from a higher perspective, to choose the light, okay? The owl's intense there, right? So that stare is very intense. And so what we are paying attention to and what we're looking at, try and get as much clarity on it as we can. Things may not always appear as they seem, right? So align your universe, navigate distractions. Okay, so think, what's distracting? What's keeping us from following our path? What's keeping us from doing the things that we love to do? We're supposed to get those distractions out of our mind and move forward. Okay, just with grace and dignity. Okay, so all those things that monkey mind plays havoc with. It can be the news too, watching too much news, watching, too much anything, social media or whatever, that distracts us from our time that we honor ourselves, because we're really supposed to get centered with ourselves and focus on that inner peace. If you need a salt bath, take a salt bath. If you need to meditate or hum or chant or whatever it is that you feel called to do, it's that time for that healing, that soul work. Okay, between two worlds, new directions. Okay, so there's changes coming. If you feel lightheaded, if you feel like you can't keep your thoughts going, you can't make a decision, slow down, take it one step at a time. We are in that 3D, 5D world where sometimes we don't know which way to turn or what's around the next corner. Maybe we're not supposed to know. Maybe right now is just to take the time and feel it out, okay? Slow and steady with the turtle. So if you are feeling tired, rest. If you're feeling like you just got so many things you got to do, feel that scattered energy, then again, take one, do it, see how it feels. The solar plexus are out here, so this color, and then we have the sacral. So the solar plexus sit right here. That's your will center, that's your power center. If it's not spinning properly, you can feel depleted and tired. and need a recharge. So you might need some Reiki healing or another healing modality. The turtle also has its own protection, okay? Because it can pop its head in and out of this shell whenever it feels like it, and kind of shut out the world if it wants to, or be a part of it. But it does always kind of move forward. And so it's like that kind of snail's pace, or that that floating in water kind of feeling, you know, you're kind of sailing along. Go with the flow a little bit more. But there is a new direction coming, so you might get that feeling like you have to make a choice between two things. It could be job, it could be places to live, it could be relationship or people in your lives. It might also be time to cut some people out for even temporarily, just if they're kind of weighing you down, or their drama's getting in your way or creating drama in your life. It might be time to just kind of shut the door a little bit on that. Let's see what else we got here. Awakened spirit, desire to change. Okay, so some of you might be feeling this calling of this information coming in. It could be guides, could be angels, could be ancestors, could be healing. It could be just messages coming in to help you on your journey. The awakened spirit, opening up those senses, allowing that third eye to kind of open up and make room for that new information that's coming in. It could be a new healing modality too. So it could be hearing, seeing, feeling, tasting, smelling. It could be holding on to something. It could be psychometry, holding on to something and then getting information from it. That's always interesting when those things come through. So be open to it. Be open, awaken. It's the time. It's manifesting time. Okay? So be open to those the energy vibration of the light beings, whatever they are. Angels, guides, ancestors, Pleiadians, I heard. So lots of different new aspects that could come into your life and change it in a very powerful way. So don't shut that off. Don't be scared of it. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go over to the next deck I have here. This one is The Sacred Spirit by Anna Starks. That's this one here. Beautiful deck. I love it. The next deck I'm going to go over to is the Psychic Reading deck, another one that I really love. These are all pretty new decks. I just got them in the last couple months. And I haven't been on for a long time doing readings on YouTube. I've been doing them over on Facebook. I've been doing some short mini free readings, and I've also been doing some by donation. And now I'm actually getting into doing group readings through Messenger, and also a new app that's coming up. It's called Third Eye. The lovely Jen from Living Sky Medium is the one who's in that creator spot of it. It is her baby, and she's got about 25 of us on board to start doing readings through her Third Eye Advisory Group app that's being made right now. So it's all Canadian psychics, healers, advisors, mediums, and so that's something that I'm really excited to be a part of. Okay, let's see here. What else does, so that's the oneness beings. What do the oneness beings want us to know? Baby, new beginnings. Okay. So that's really good. That's really good. That's something that touches your soul, touches your heart. That's the energy that's coming in. That I just got a little nudge to the heart there. I felt it. If you can see in the recording there. Look at my plants. It's so windy. My poor plants are getting shaken up. Poor babies. Okay, so here's a mother and child. It's that nurturing time to nurture ourselves and those around us. Could also be somebody out there could be having a baby, but it is most certainly new beginnings or a new chapter opening up, and it's something that we've been wanting and looking forward to, and that is feeding our soul and our soul call. So, oh, butterflies. Okay, so transformation is the next card here. Okay, see the butterflies there in the flower. So it's birth and rebirth or regrowth. Okay, regrowth here with the flowers. The regrowth in here with the flowers, and then the transformation with the butterflies. And so it's asking us to take notice of what we want in our life, how we want it, and what we want it to look like. How do we want to transform? What is it that we want to step into? What is it that we need to let go of? Oh, what thought process do we need to let go of and just say, I can do, I can be a part of, and this is my time to shine. Okay, this is my time to survive. Whatever might have gone on in the past, and let it go, and know that each day, each new moment is an opportunity to expand into our own greatness. Okay, don't be afraid of change. If you get that feeling of I don't know, that's a good thing actually, because then it's something that brings excitement to you in one form or another, and then you can say, I'm able to step into this. I'm able to do this work. I'm able to make this change or this move or take this new job. And this is that time that manifests your dreams. So it's that eclipse time. It's a full moon. And what are we looking at here? This is May 27th. And so time to let go of all those things that held us back, even if it was us. Okay? I hear it's time to believe. Oh, here's the Phoenix. This is what I'm talking about, okay? So this Phoenix card, I love it. It's kind of where I've been in my life, where you hit life, right? You're going along, and then and you think that it's not really good, it's not really bad, or it's really bad, and then you have this burnout, right? And then you kind of go into this deep dark ashes, or what they call dark night of the soul, and then you kind of sit there and sometimes we wallow in self-pity. We do that. That's okay, as long as you remember to come back out of it. And then when we have those moments where we're starting to come back out of it, it makes us realize where we were, what we came through, and now what we're becoming. So now we're becoming the butterfly, okay? We're becoming this phoenix, this flight. We're taking flight. Our solar plexus are growing and getting stronger. We're being more grounded, but yet we're able to be more free. So don't get down on yourself if you're in one of those kind of low moments where you feel like you're kind of at rock bottom. Because when you hit that rock bottom place, actually, what that is your whole all those parts are kind of splintering off that you don't need, right? It's the same thing like when a tree loses its leaves and it's cold and it's winter and it's not growing and it goes into this dormancy, but always we come back up. And always there's a spring that makes those old branches that are bare, they bud again, the sun's out, you know. And so we go through those transitions too. And that's what this Phoenix is going through those transitions. But now we're rising up. We're not the ashes anymore. Now we're rising up. Now we're transforming. And now we have new beginnings. Okay? So we're at optimal time to create the life and the dreams that we've always wanted. Okay? We get to reinvent ourselves, reinvent our life. If something's not working, let's just change it up. And let's just go, you know what, that didn't work for me. So now I want to change it up. And let's do that. Okay, let's see here. What else do the Oneness Guides want us to know? Infinity. Look at that figure 8 there, that infinity symbol. And then the line running through it is that divine consciousness, divine power that runs straight through us from the top of our, above our head, all the way through and down to the ground, and so that we can earth ourselves and anchor ourselves in to Gaia, the grounding, envisioning a tree and roots, or seeing a ribbon, like the energy flowing through you. When you get down to the core of the earth, you wrap that ribbon around it, and then you give it a little tug, and then that's your grounding cord. You can still move with the grounding cord, but you don't get that dizzy, you don't get that falling over, you don't get that feeling of loss because you feel tethered. There's lots and lots of ways to do it. But we are infinite beings of light. Okay? So it goes like this, right? You get this movement, but there's also this cord of light that holds us there. So we've got this movement. We can sway with things. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to talk to friends. Don't be afraid to ask the angels, the guides, you know, light beings, God, whoever you believe in, whatever holds you strong, to help you get to this through this transformation into this wonderful point where we can manifest and create what we want to create. Even whether someone believes you or not, you do it for yourself. And that's what's important, is to never give up on yourself. Never give up on yourself. Never give up on your dreams, right? The universe is wanting to provide that. Doorways. Okay. So there's doorways that are opening up to us. And it's decision time. Which one are we going to walk through? As you see there, there's shadows there. People standing there, little shadows. And so it's kind of like those bits and parts of us that, oh, did we go to the store? Did we go to the opening? Did we go to the other doors that are closed? And what way did we go? And finally, we make a decision and we take that doorway. So this is, it's a connection. The doorway that they want us to connect to is with, it could be loved ones on the other side. It could be the angels. But it is the doorway that leads us to our soul. But we have to take that action move. We have to make that move. We have to make that mark to do it, because if we don't, then it's us who's holding us back, not anything else. Okay, let's see here. Let's clean up this deck and let's go to another one. I got a couple texts here. I'm like, which one do I want? I have one here that I've kind of just written a bunch of stuff on, and I was going to grab that, and I thought, no, this one wants to come out. Wisdom of the House of Night. I don't know if you can see it there. Colette REID. I haven't used it in a very long time, so I'll give it a shot, see what happens. Okay, let's see. Who do we ask? What do you want us to know? Obedience. Oh. Okay, so this is, it's funny because I just noticed this. I'm a Libra. This is a Libra card, obviously, right here. And it's funny because I was asking, well, what if I should do zodiac signs? I don't know. I don't really do zodiac signs. Oh, maybe I will. I don't know. Him and Han. And then I got obedience. And it is the Libra card. And she's blindfolded. And she has a sword. And Libras are swords. They're air signs. They're mental, intellectual. It's perception. It's wisdom. It's the way that we think and problem solve. It's Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Okay? So I, being a Libra, I struggle with being too wishy-washy, I guess people would say. And not so much anymore. Now I'm kind of holding my own. Kind of like, we're very diplomatic, very nice, very peace-loving people who just want to help and serve and do, and we forget about ourselves sometimes. And the word obedience doesn't play out with me. And that's funny because even when I got married, who I'm not married to anymore, but when I got married, I actually got the word the love, honor, and obey. I got the obey part ejected from my wedding vows, and I was 18. And I knew I knew then, and even before then, I was not going to be a person who was going to obey, even though I did in certain ways. So I think with this obedience, it's coming up as, it's feeling like it's a time that it's a trusting ourselves. It's not obedience to follow somebody else and praise them and never praise ourselves, right? It's that, I think it's about being obedient to ourselves, setting boundaries, not letting people push us around, not letting people walk all over us, not let somebody tell us what to think and do and how to do it, and then we go, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Because I know I grew up being a yes girl. I was a yes girl most of my life, well into my adulthood. I'm actually just the last couple of years coming out of that, because I did hit one of those dark night of the souls. I did hit one of those dark relationships that really just made me tear myself up, but had to come out of it because I needed to choose me. This is what this is about. Obedience. Where are we being obedient to ourselves? Where are we loving ourselves? Where do we nurture ourselves? Where do we set boundaries? Where do we say, this is my borderline here, and don't cross it? If I say this hurts me and somebody chooses to do it and they, oh well, no, not oh well. This is my boundary. My boundary is set so that people honor me, not dishonor me. So when we hit this obedience, I just don't like that word. I really don't. So it's not about obeying. It's about honoring. And so I'd really like to change that word honoring to honoring, especially knowing that that's a Libra card. Honor thy own self is what I'd like to say. Being a Libra or a water sign, right? Water, where did I get that from? Air. I've been doing that lately. Wow, okay, air sign, yeah. Well, you know what? It's funny because air and water, Libras are very emotional. Our heart is worn on our sleeve. So I'm sure I must have, I do have Cancer in my, Cancer and Pisces. Well, that's why I have that, right? Because I'm a very emotional, loving, giving person, but in the same respect, fiery if somebody thinks I'm going to obey them. So you choose where your boundaries are, where your borderlines are, and whether or not people can cross it or not, and you figure out whether or not obedience is something you want. And that's totally fine if you do. But it makes me weak when I'm just an obedient little woman. And that's just not who I am. I am very loving and very caring, but, I also stand my ground against things that are done in a relationship or friendship or whatever. And I'm really forgiving, but you cross the boundaries that I set out very, very clearly in life, and I will obediently move from that position and open the door and walk through whenever I feel like it, because I'm obeying myself, and that's it. My soul's calling. So, maybe somebody out there needs to hear that you don't need to obey. Just be obedient to yourself, right? Set your boundaries, your guidelines, whatever you need, and don't let anybody else tell you what to do or how it's supposed to be done. Really? Because who's going to walk your life but you, right? Every doorway you walk through, whether somebody opens it for you, you have to open it yourself. You have to choose to walk through it. You have to choose what's on the other side, and if it's what fits you. And if it's not, you just turn around and go the other way. Oh, see, I love this. See, I like this one. I like this one. Yeah. Okay. So this is confidence. Okay. So I think sometimes when we get out of this obedience stage, it's because we hit boundaries. And when we make boundaries, we're actually showing how confident we are in what we believe and what we know that we're deserving of. And then this beautiful woman, this, with confidence, and this horse, this power, this strength comes out of us. And it doesn't matter what we choose to wear or what we choose to look like or do for the day. It's honoring ourselves, right? Have confidence. It's beautiful. And I think that's something that we need to do. We need to realize how beautiful we are, no matter what our shape is, no matter what hair color, skin color, eyes, whether we're smart in somebody else's book, it's who we are, and to show that to the world and not be afraid. I see her, I gotta say, I love her hair. I would love to have long hair like that. I hope someday I do. I just think she's just that confidence, that femininity that she has there, that little pink streak in her hair. I don't know if you can see that. Standing there with that horse, they're powerful, but yet they sense so much what's inside a person. And if you don't have confidence and you're scared of the horse is going to sense that, right? So, but she has much great confidence, and you can see the horse. The fact that she has confidence, the horse has confidence in her, okay? which gives them both power. So we can borrow power from animals and they can borrow it from us. Okay. Okay. And then here's the other side of that. Rigid. Okay, so where are we too rigid? Where are maybe our thoughts or things that we've kind of built up a wall around? Where are we too rigid in some thinking? What do we maybe have to soften and change and tear down some walls? There's a message there because Crow has come in and they remember everything. Okay, so when we're rigid in our thinking and we're not forgiving, we build this wall in our heart or even a boundary around us. And it keeps too many people out. And it can be from past hurts. It can be fears of getting hurt again. It can be, well, this has never worked for me, so I'm just going to do this and then keep everybody else away. So we have to remember not to be too rigid in our thinking. Look at the message there from Crow. He's sitting there and he's kind of pecking at that rock, looking at that rock, and he's trying to see the daylight, okay? He's trying to get through this wall to see the daylight. So that's telling us that we break down that wall, we can see more clearly of what's actually around us. Also, crows are the bird, well, ravens too, the birds that remember. They're highly sensitive birds, highly keen birds, very smart. If you throw a rock at a bird, a crow or a raven, I don't think it's even magpies, but I know I've heard really crows. You throw one at a crow and you hurt one of their family members or break down their nest or whatever, they will remember you. They'll remember the pitch and tone of your voice and seek you out. They will remember what you look like. And the same thing as if you help one, they will remember. They also are the birds that can speak. Okay, so this is messages from the raven and crows to not be so rigid. Not be so rigid in our thinking and our speaking, and that they have messages that tell us to honor the light within us. I just heard. Okay, let's see what else we've got. We're sitting here at 32 minutes. We'll go a little longer. I'm not sure when this is going to cut off because I stopped doing videos because it was cutting me off at all weird times and I was never getting to finish my video. So I was just like, I was frustrated. Reminder, don't forget. Okay, so this is don't forget the things that are important. Okay, so this is telling me, this is like somebody's carved something into a rock wall, or this could be a message from the other side, don't forget me, or to do something to honor the things that you say you're going to do, to honor them. Make sure that you fulfill your commitments. I just heard to clean up the things that are in our life, that so that new things can grow in its place. So I also just heard decluttering too. Okay, so things, declutter the life, our thoughts. Remember good thoughts. Remember things with honoring somebody in your life or yourself. Commitments. Let's see what else. Oh, I can't wait to get Wi-Fi. I should be getting it in another week or so. Hopefully. And then my videos will upload much faster. And I won't have them cutting off. I'll be very grateful for that. Honesty. Okay. God of honesty here. Integrity, morals, honesty, truth are very important to me. And if somebody breaks them, if it's somebody who's really important to me, it takes a while for me to rebuild that. It Takes a while. If somebody is dishonest, I'd just rather just tell me the truth. Just tell me the truth and we'll deal with whatever it is, no matter how bad it is. But you lie to me about something, especially something that was my boundary and they broke it. Yeah, you're going to get rigid. I'll be rigid. I'll be honest. It's a slap in the face to lie to me. You think, it's like one of those things. You're going to lie to a psychic. You're going to lie to a medium. You're going to lie to somebody who can feel the energy that you're going to lie to me before you even lie to me. So I'm pre-warned you're going to lie to me. And then you lie to me. And I'm like, yeah, I knew that was coming. It doesn't impress me, that you can lie to me with a straight face and then walk away and go, because I feel it. So it's like, it's just a joke. So don't bother. So come to me. I'm not that kind of person, come to me. Go to people with honesty. Some things bother me, I'll talk about it. Someone shushes me up, I'm going to be like, okay, but I still know. I could be quiet, but I'm still going to know. That just means that somebody's not willing to talk about something. It means there's a truth in there that they aren't willing to hear or admit to because of their own past whatever. And don't bring me into your drama. Just tell me the truth and then let me decide whether I want to stay in your life or not. My choice. So honesty is so much the best and it's powerful. Actually, if you're honest to somebody about stuff, it's so much more powerful than if you lie and hide, because it builds integrity between the two people. It actually builds a stronger bond, even if there's a disagreement attached to it. You know each other's boundaries, and therefore if you choose to cross them and be dishonest, then you get what you get, right? And then, like, don't tell me the sky's red when it's blue. Don't tell me it's sunny outside when it's snowing, and miserable. Because, yeah, we all have our own radar and we know honesty. So this fire, this flame, can burn in strength and truth with honesty, or it can be put out and snuffed out, and then it doesn't have as much power. So honesty is very, very important. Very important. Let's see what else we got here. Hope. Yeah, because with honesty brings hope. Even in the darkest time, you can see the moonlight, right? It's kind of like that. Honesty is kind of like that glass half full, half empty, right? It doesn't really matter where it is in the glass, right? It doesn't matter if it's only, someone says half full, half empty, whatever. It doesn't really matter where that is. It is perception. Honesty is about perception too. But really what it comes down to is when you are truthful, it creates hope that whatever you're going through, you can get through it. Where if there's lies, then it's like, then we become rigid. Like, these are really cool cards, but then they become rigid, right? And we're like, yeah, it's just too dark out there. I don't feel like venturing out with you. It's just too dark. But if there's honesty and say, it's dark out there, but we're going to have light of the moon. So we'll be okay to see, right? So whatever we're going through or walking into, there's hope. So there's some light. But if there's lies and dishonesty, that flame gets out and there goes the rigidity. There goes the rigidness, right? And so, wow. That's really interesting. Hope. I just heard the saying, dance by the light of the moon. So even in the darkest times in a relationship or life, if we have hope, faith, then we have some light to work with, right? Let's see what else here. I feel like I haven't used these cards in forever. Oh, cycles, moon cycles. Ha ha ha. And that's where we are today. We are in the moon cycles right now. Okay, so all of this emotion that can be coming up within us through these moon cycles that are happening, it's just asking us to have this clarity, to trust the clarity, to clean out all of the stuff that we don't need, and to bring in the intuition, the intuitiveness, the guidance that's there, the connections to ourselves and life, and that flow of whatever we're going through. I really love the Phoenix cards for that, because it's that flow, right? How do the moon cycles affect you? What do they do to you? What do they bring clarity to, or shadows to? And then don't get judgmental on yourself about them, whatever they are. Just acknowledge what it is. Oh, I'm feeling this again, right? It's just not feeling good. Or I feel really good. Okay, so even though this is going on over here, it doesn't have to be the end all and be all, and be all sad or lonely or disappointed or upsetting. We can work through that and then still have the flow of peace and joy, and not letting drama grow. Okay, risk. Oh, okay, so risk. To me, this is like the leap of faith. Take a risk. Go to the edge. Go to the edge and see what's there. Don't be so, I'm just going to stay here on Safeville land here, and I'm never going to move forward. I'm never going to speak my mind. I'm going to be obedient. No, take a risk. The worst thing that can happen if you need to have a conversation with somebody is that it gets heated, you know. But as long as you take a risk to be honest, that truth will either show you who the other person is, or show you who the other person is. So if it's a relationship, take the risk, be honest, communicate. If it's taking a risk on yourself, like, I need something new in my life, what can I do? Where can I go? I need some more life in my life. Well, take a risk, take a trip, go for a drive, change jobs. Maybe it's time to move. Maybe it's time to meet new people, have, you know, a different cycle of friends, and circle of friends, whatever, you know. It's like taking a leap of faith into yourself. Let's see. I think that's probably, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to pull, these are just my little deck that I just did really fast little cartoon drawings on them, and just some flashy little paper. And I just wrote things on them. I do want to make my own deck up, but I have paintings that I have painted. I don't want to shuffle that way. And I would love to put them on the back of the card, and then what that painting meant to me, what I was maybe going through at the time, because that's the only time I can paint is if I'm doing a soul painting. And so I'd like to take those paintings and put them into words. Okay, be playful and flirt. Okay, so here we go. Be playful and flirt. So if you're in a relationship, flirt with your partner. If they're not your partner, don't flirt with them, though. No, we don't do tacky. No, we do not. That is my boundary. I flirt only with the one who has my heart. I flirt only with the one who I love and who loves me. There is no crossing any boundaries. There is no miscommunication. If you are not mine, I will not touch you or flirt with you. That is my boundary. And that doesn't get crossed in my life either. What if you love somebody and you have somebody, or trying to get someone's attention who is single and free? Flirt. Don't make bad karma for yourself. No karma. No more bad karma. We don't want that. No. No more. We just love ourselves, love the one we're with, and flirt. Be playful. Okay? We have the heart chakra here, and we have the solar plexus. So that part of us that we hold dear to us in our heart, but the power that we have, that we put out to somebody else to see us, make sure it's honorable. But flirt, right? Flirt. Yeah. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Accept love. Oh, accept love. You are so lovable. The right one will see you. Okay. So even if you're just out there and you're not flirting with anybody in particular, let's say you're just being playful, right? You see something that makes you laugh. You smile at something that makes you feel good, or just being out there. Let your personality shine and accept love. You are lovable and you deserve it, okay? And that right one will see you. Don't be scared. I really had to push myself into uncomfortable places that I wouldn't normally go to get myself out there. And then I thought, okay, I did a check-in. Like, this is really where I want to be to get someone to see me. Not even to get someone to see me, but to be out there and like, what is more me? Okay, so I started going for walks instead and loved that, and met a bunch of wonderful people walking. And, and yeah, we go on dating sites, so we go and do whatever. But do what works for you, because nobody else can tell you what that is. So you will find your answer soon. Be patient. So patience is another thing, another word I'm a little on the fence about, because I think I have been, in my impatience, I've been patient. In our wanting of something to happen and it never happening, we kind of go, okay, still waiting. I guess that's not really patient, but so we have to maybe give it out to the universe and tell them this is what we want, and then let them bring it. And hopefully divine timing works with us a little more in our timing, but we don't have a say over it. So it's whatever the divine timing wants us to do. But be patient. So that means that whatever we're wanting to manifest is actually moving forward. This is a forward moving card. So even though we don't see it going on in front of us, behind the scenes, they're working on it. Okay, that's what I hear. I haven't got all these cards, and I'm not taking all of them. I'm just, okay, I'm taking this one here. Financial ease is coming. New job or pay raise. Okay. So for somebody who was worried about their finances, it's coming. It's going to balance itself out. There's going to be maybe a new job offer or a raise. There actually could also be praise in the job, and somebody else hears it, which gives you a little bit more of a leg up or a little bit more pay. So if you're worried about that, this is telling you it's coming, okay? Yeah. They are not as they they are not as they seem. Hidden secrets. Hidden secrets. Okay, so those of you who are wondering if there's something that's a little bit amiss, hidden secrets. That means something is, If you smell rotten eggs, it's probably a rotten egg. Call it like you see it. That's what I just heard. Okay, so let's ask for some clarification on that. And the card that came out with it, which was the first card that I didn't take, is renewal, self-love, relationship, and positive energy. Okay, so things that aren't, so maybe if there's some hidden secrets and we think there's something going on, maybe there's not. Maybe there's a change within that person, a renewal. We need to bring in self-love. Relationship could be changing, a renewal of a relationship. Positive energy. Okay, so allow things to unfold naturally. I keep getting that card myself, and it just popped into my head. So we are on 50 minutes here. We're going to be done. 2 more cards and that's it. Okay, cat's eye. Okay, so we need some cat's eye to help us balance our third eye and our heart chakra. Healing and balance emotions, amplify generosity and good luck, improve prosperity and optimism, increase serenity and happiness, aids in self-worth and inner peace. So cat's eye, we need cat's eye. Okay, so if you're feeling out of sorts, we need cat's eye. And then I said another card and then we'll be done here. This is, okay, take a drive, get outside and see nature, connect with the outside world. So we are being called to go touch the grass, we maybe can't do some of the things we would normally do, but we can get in the car and go for a drive. We can get a picnic. We can either go by ourselves or take some with us. But it's connect to spirit is also what I'm hearing, okay? Peace and quiet and connect to spirit. Okay, so that is those cards. So, well, 52 minutes. That's our reading. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope some of the messages work for you. It's definitely a time to go inward, to honor ourselves, to ask others to honor us, and as we ask others to honor us, we also must honor them. So stand behind what we say, be honest, be truthful, don't be rigid, have confidence. And the obedience card is just about I'm saying about yourself. I'm not saying obedient, be obedient. I wouldn't ever say that. I would say follow your own instincts and trust yourself. Okay. So I don't know when we're gonna do this again. This will take a couple days to upload, probably, because it's slow. It's just what it is. It's called patience. Take care of you. Love yourself. Know that you are lovable and you deserve love. Don't ever forget that. You're perfect just the way that you are. And if you want to catch me on Facebook, Gypsy Soul Hippie Heart Oracle, where I do live readings. I can do readings through Messenger. We can talk about my private readings are a priced out donation thing sometimes. Or I just do full-fledged readings. And let's see if there's anything else I want to tell you before we go. Oh, yeah. Check out Living Sky Medium, Jen, and check out Jess at Madam C Divine Mystics. Wonderful ladies, beautiful and talented. And see, Roxanne, I'm trying to think of what she was at. I just seen her here. I hope I can figure out what Roxanne was at. What her page is. Let me see. Give Roxanne a shout out too. Oh, I can't remember what she is. Well, isn't that a bummer? I will try to find it here for you. Oh. Okay. Crossing Bridges Now. That's her website. And yeah, catch her. She's on yeah, www.crossingbridgesnow.com. So Roxanne, Jen, and Jessica, catch them out there on their groups. Give them a shout out, give them a try. They're wonderful ladies. And we'll see you again. So have a blessed day. Thank you very much.